Before you turn away that entry-level job, you might just want to consider. Before you turn your nose up, you got to do this because it's what I did. As you know, I'm all about getting your foot in the door with the federal government to work with me. You may find yourself repeatedly unqualified for positions that you really wanted and believed you were well qualified for. Let me give you this as an example. Logistics management, which is what I work in within the military, is not the same as logistics in a civilian capacity. Even when you're working for the Department of Defense through the military, a purchase request routing is not the same process or forms used from one department or branch to another. But don't think about anything until you've hit that like button, because I'm going to give the information that will not only help you grow, but your like helps me grow. So trust me, I've been in your shoes before, shoes, heels, boots, all of them. I understand, been there, done that, feeling like, you're surrendering to less than what you deserve. If you just came out of the military, be it after your first enlistment or you're retiring after 20, 25, 30 years, if you're just finishing college or you've been working for Amazon or FedEx for 10 years, you believe that you've gained more than enough experience to justify yourself as well qualified. And you are. You've been seen as overqualified in the civilian sector, which validates you have the experience. Verifiably, you've managed people under high-stress situations. And last but not least, you've even handled thousands, multi-million dollars equipment. But for you to get your foot in the door with the federal government, you may need to shift your perspective and either change your career objective or simply start from the beginning. Starting out big may mean starting out small with greater benefits no matter where you start in the federal government. Your potential is right there from the beginning, and inevitably it provides you with that opportunity to excel. In the civilian sector, the entry-level job is normally designed and designated for recent graduates that typically they don't even provide you with medical benefits, leave, a lower pay, all of those things. Not appealing, I'm sure, to a person that spent 20 years, 30 years out in the field working. That is not the case working for the federal government. For the purpose of this content, we're going to say an entry-level job is anywhere between a GS7 and a 9. And most certainly each one of those positions, whether you start at a 1, which I've been a GS1, yes, it's going to come with paid sick time, retirement benefits, paid holidays, as well as time off right from the beginning. An entry-level job, in my opinion, wherever you get your foot in the door is the best place for you. So don't take it personally. If it seems like you're only getting referrals for entry-level positions, that may be a true assessment of your knowledge, skills, and ability. Remember that your federal resume is verifiably aligned with more keywords than you could possibly get in a 2-page resume. I told you to throw it away. And when you start over, you still can't convey all the terms that will be used on the side of the federal government. So while you may be tempted to pack your resume with executive level keywords, understand that when you do, you are limiting yourself to the vacancies which you can apply to successfully. Remember, hiring managers do not assume your knowledge, skills, or abilities. It's your responsibility to convey a full array, the big picture of your skills, because a federal job description is not reflective of your tasks, but tasks at varying stages of performance. They build up from GS1, like I said, where I was, all the way to 15, where I aspire to be. While your resume may reflect that you have managed a team of 100 employees, does it state that you are able to work independent of supervision? Or did you identify that you can enter data, interpret data into reports? That you can not only run a warehouse, but that you also know how to run a forklift too? Remember, don't assume that the federal government is going to decode your skills. Most professionals in the civilian business world start at entry level. While you may have years or decades of experience, training, and skill building, it's safe to say that if you are following my tutorial, the smartest way to get a government job, you have never worked for the federal government. Even if you were as a contractor, You definitely haven't directly worked for the federal government. Therefore, just do what I say. Build your profile from information that conveys to the hiring manager that you clearly are someone who has room to grow and would also bring a significant amount of benefit to the organization. Take it from me. I can assure you, you will need to adapt and overcome, and maybe adapt and overcome again, because not only will the work itself be different with the federal government, so too will be the grinding bureaucracy. Rather than believe you'll just march in there and you'll get everyone in ship shape and they'll know how to do it, how it was done, when it was done, prepare yourself to fall in line and learn to understand how it's done where you're at and not how it was where you were. No matter how strongly you feel you've earned the right not to start over in your career process, you have not worked for the federal government. It's a new career, and there will be new process for you to learn. You will greatly benefit in this mind shift. Use this initial opportunity to build lasting relationships with coworkers in your field who, like you, may very well go on to be people of influence in your expertise. In an entry-level position, be it GS6 through 9, any of those, you have met the requirements of being in that position. And after 1 year, in some cases 2, your probation period is over and you can apply for a position 1 grade above the grade that you were in. Working for the federal government and seeking advancement is unlike your current civilian occupation. We expect it. We expect to see you striving. No one is going to come after you and offer you a grade up. You have to apply for it right back at USAJOBS. The talk around the water cooler is going to be about opportunities that are right in your command, or maybe outside of your command or outside of your state. Unlike in the civilian workforce, when we say revolving door with the federal government, it's not revolving door out of the federal government, it's revolving door within the federal government, because you're encouraged and you'll see other people are applying and leveraging themselves to higher grades as well. And you're going to do the same. Once you have tackled that initial probation period, when combined with your past, that plethora of experience that you have, you've earned the familiarity to once again go back into USAJOBS and enter in that new job and your SF50, 5,000 more characters of skill sets that you have working for the federal government. And now you're a candidate within the ranks. You're an internal applicant. You've already accomplished the greatest objective, which is to get your foot in the door. So this is what I'm telling you now. Get started, apply, put your boots on, and follow my tutorial. It's what I did, and so too can you. Thank you. So what are you waiting for? Start the tutorial all the way to the end for your application. And I hope to see you working with me for the federal government. But until then, please hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because I want to see you again.